Hello and welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks Weekly Roundup podcast, episode 45. I'm your host Tommy, joined by John.
How's it going?
Good now. I've been sick most of the week, which has been
lame,
not
fun. Yeah,
not COVID. I took 2 tests, but
yeah,
something.
Doesn't sound like COVID based on symptoms, but those symptoms keep changing. But yeah. Glad you're feeling better or getting there.
Yep.
On the mend, we'll say.
Been watching a bit of Worlds. So we're going to be talking about Dynasty Power, just the power level of Dynasty, this new era of Flesh and Blood that we are entering. It is not a new 2.0, but I mean, there's a lot of new stuff that's going to be happening in the near future.
Yes, and there's some really interesting shift happening in just the way they're designing out the card space. I'm hyped. I'm psyched. I'm excited to see what happens with this, and we'll get into it.
Yeah. But before that, how was your week? The itch is real to start pulling stuff.
Yeah. So we usually cover things we pulled or bought or whatever. I haven't bought anything individual card wise, but boy, I cannot wait to open. I cannot wait to open Dynasty at all.
I know.
Like I am jonesing for some pack opening.
We're a week away.
Yep. And speaking of that, just minor promo. Thank you to our patrons that have signed up for box openings. There will be a couple box openings happening, and we'll do that on the channel. I guess maybe live. I don't know. We haven't decided how the format we're going to do it in, but we have a couple of those coming up, and then after that, it will just be box openings like crazy. What's your plan to do box opening?
Yeah. So before, usually what I would do with sets is buy like 5 cases and then open 4, throw one on the shelf. So this time I'm going to be doing things a little different just because of the trend of the way things are going and 2.0 and pricing. What I'm going to be doing is opening 2 and then just buying singles. And I think the other main factor of this is just 1, it'll be more economically sound. 2, I will have way less cards to sort.
That is valuable.
I am still sorting cards.
Okay, that's fair. So
totally it's even if it wasn't more economical, I probably would still do it anyways, just because of time is money.
Cards. Yeah, and fair enough.
Yeah, I just like everything to be sorted and set. But
get to work.
Yeah, and I know I've been working on this a long time, but I am making a lot of progress. Everything's done except for Uprising. So, and I know where everything is. Everything's sorted.
Yeah.
It's nice.
My stuff is sorted to the degree to which I want it sorted. It is not 100% sorted. It is sorted enough in my mind. I know where things are. It's not sorted enough to hand over to someone else and be like, it's fine. This is how it works. Because it definitely is not that.
Right.
I know where my little piles of stuff are. So, but they're all put away, which is nice. So I have a nice open desk ready for more piles of cards. Anyways, what did we play?
We played a bunch of stuff. I played a bunch more Marvel Snap. So I'm like 400 and something.
My God, you're crazy. Something. Well, I played it, as you know.
Yeah.
And we said we'd come back to this after I tried it. So I did try it.
Yeah.
It's amusing. It has like a nice little game theory mechanic to it. The art is pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the upgrades, I'll be honest. Some of them are like good, but a lot of it's just like to the art. You know how you can upgrade the art?
Oh, the variants.
Yeah, the variants. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
The pixel ones are all kind of meh.
Yeah, there's quite a few where I'm like, oh. I'm sure for you it hits all the buttons because like you probably recognize the style or the artist or whatever. Like I do not know what's going on and I don't care. Yep. You know, it's unfortunate because the game is fun, but that would be a driver to be like, oh, I got to get the next thing. But I don't know. It's fine. The game is fine. Like I'll play it every once in a while when I have a few seconds, but I'm not as into it as everyone else is. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I will probably slow down once I hit pool 3, just because the way the collection and gathering of cards works in pool 3.
And that does tell you how much that stuff matters. You know what I mean? Like that is the driver.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. Very interesting mechanic to the IP.
Yeah. But plus I'm almost done with this event, but the event ends tomorrow.
Gotcha.
So we'll see. That new event, whatever the new event is, might push me
to go back in.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Because then you get all the quest reward stuff and you level up faster and stuff like that.
Nice.
Get that dopamine.
Yeah, that's what it's for. That's why they do that.
And we played a little bit of Magic Arena
this
week. That was fun.
Yep. I'm still on my same decks. Nothing's changed there. I've enjoyed it. I still can't remember what they call it.
What?
It's the green-white Selena. I don't know. Something with an S. That's what they call the meta type of green-white.
Oh, I was playing black-white humans.
Like Boros or I know some of the other ones. I just don't know what that one's called. I can't remember. Anyways.
And then we played a new game last night. What was it? Aeon's End?
Something like that. Aeon something board game. Very fun deck builder. What was the other mechanic that was going on at the same time? The boss fight. So it's like PvE.
It's PvE. There were 4 of us. We played against the boss. And it's kind of how I want Flesh and Blood PvE to go, where almost like you're not bringing a deck, but you're kind of building the deck during the fight, and then almost have it be legacy. And then I guess there are ways of this being legacy. So like you have your play group, like you have your D&D group or whatever, or your commander group, and then you just keep coming back and playing with the same decks. And then you have a new store that you can buy stuff from with the merchants and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, totally. That's actually kind of an interesting idea. I wonder if PvE involves the merchants in some way.
And then you want to like play heroes that generate coins.
Mm-hmm. What? That would be awesome. I like that idea a lot. Wow, I hope that's true.
It won't be because I said it.
Yeah, it's probably not true.
I'm sure whatever it is, it's going to be a blast.
I'm sure.
That is something in 2023 that I am very much looking forward to.
Yeah. But the Aeon game was fun.
And we played some more Dice Throne, which is always fun.
Yep. But that's pretty much it for this week. Waiting for the new stuff. Talishar just updated, so I have been messing around with a few decks on there, but mostly just making sure things are working.
Is everything there?
No, every card is available, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but all the ones I was missing before have shown up.
Cool.
So
I was kind of waiting.
There may be places they aren't there that I haven't seen, but just so you know. But yeah, but apparently there's some bugs in the engine, the AI or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it may not be 100% there. That's partially what I was doing, is just checking to see what was working, not working. Because I've talked about bugs with them before in the past.
Yeah,
they're very open to feedback and information, and they're fast. The fixes were crazy. Every time I've had something I've run across, it's done in like minutes. It's crazy. They're really good developers, whoever they are. I should know, but I don't know. All right, moving on. Main topics.
Yeah, Dynasty Power. So, the power level of Dynasty.
Yeah, you got to talk to me about this. What's your thoughts?
You
seem to have strong opinions. Give them to me.
Mech, Brute, Guardian, Ranger even, I guess not. Crazy.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maybe not. Okay, take back Ranger. I apologize.
Okay, fair.
A new way to play Wizard. Was it good or not? No, but it's an option. Like they are making more options for these decks.
That's the big thing. Yeah,
like
I love it.
New archetypes, new gameplay. We have the Mill in the Assassin.
Yep.
We have the Mechanoid in Mech.
Yeah, Transformer. Yep.
We have a bunch of crazy defensive tools in Guardian. Yeah,
which I am curious about. I don't play enough Guardian to understand how cool those are or not. But I was like, what happened here? They're all like the super defensive cards.
It's really cool. It's like super control. It's
interesting.
Like, I will shut you down.
It's like you do not get to do things.
Yeah. And then when I choose and when I feel is an optimal time, I will swing at you for 14 or whatever.
Yeah. Nice. That's interesting. Yeah, I did not follow that close enough to understand exactly what was going on there, but I was like, wow, this is a different flavor for sure.
Yeah. And then you have Ninja, the super go wide now. You have like all these different new ways to play these heroes just from a couple cards.
Yeah. I think we're exiting the era of the Rune Blade. This is kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but I do think there's a chance Briar LL's out, and then we exit the era of the Rune Blade and enter the era of the Ninja.
The era of the Ninja.
Yes, I think the eras are defined by aggro, because aggro is usually the easiest to pick up, so you have most competitive,
also the easiest
most players on it. Yeah, so it becomes something you have to play against, right? You have to think about it when you're going into competitive, situations. So, and Runeblade was definitely that, right? For like the last year, you could say.
Sure.
And now I think we're hitting Ninja, because Fi's not going anywhere, and Katsu just got crazy. I blindly grabbed a list, threw it in Talishar, and turn 1 presented, oh God, I can't remember how many attacks. 6 attacks, 17 damage or 19 damage or some stupid thing like that. It was dumb. It wasn't like crazy dumb, but it was without knowing anything about how any of the cards work. Like I literally had not read them fully yet. And I just threw it in there and played that and pulled that in my first turn without even needing to think. And I'm like, that was crazy. And I don't know what I'm doing. And someone that has even a clue just tells me if turn 1 is that, the rest of the deck is nuts. And there's even bigger, crazier things in there that I'm not even, aware of. Right. It is the next thing. I don't know how bad it's going to be though, because it seems like there's a ton of tools to push on it from different directions. So I think we're getting a better and better balanced like meta structure, but it's always going to be driven by the aggro. That's my theory and philosophy, and we'll see if that holds true going forward. I imagine some people would argue that because there's definitely a Prism piece in there, right? Where she was the monster in the room that everyone had to build around. Yeah. It's true. So it doesn't even hold up that well, but I do feel like that's how I'm going to define it. Anyways. What else about it? You like the new archetypes?
Yeah,
Mill and Voltron? Yeah.
Mill I'm super interested in. Voltron I'm super interested in.
Yep. Yeah. I think the Wizard is even slightly different because it feels like they're setting up, I don't think it's there yet, but it feels like they're setting up a card draw like on my turn kind of Wizard almost feel. I don't know. That's one of the things I want to mess with. I've started building some decks just to check it out, but I think there's a different like style of play coming for Wizard. I mean, you mentioned it, but it's definitely an interesting take, and we'll see. I don't think it's there yet. I think there's probably a few cards it needs to really activate it, but it's the big brains will probably be able to figure out how to abuse it. So that part's exciting.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what Wizard does.
It's right. You got to be able to bend reality with your very mind to play Wizard.
But I don't know, just like the idea of getting all your pieces out and then getting this giant mech, or like coming from Magic when I played a lot of Dimir Rogue, being able to do the mill in Assassin and just kind of mess with your opponent. That kind of style of gameplay is very fun for me. Yeah.
What do you think about Arachne?
I think, like our comments in the Discord, if you enjoy our content and want to join our Patreon, you can get into our Discord and have our discussions before the podcast.
And we would welcome you.
And we would welcome you. We want to have you join our discussions. So go check out our Patreon. Link is in the description. Yeah. But how we were talking in the Discord about how that it's going to be good, but I don't think the Assassin is going to be competitive out of the gate. What I'm really hoping is that we get an Assassin in the next set. A different Assassin. I'm assuming you would get a different Assassin.
It seems reasonable.
And one built around draft, and then you have more just fodder cards, more deck, just cards to fill out your deck.
Is it the freaking Assassin in that playmat from SCG Con?
It could.
Because she's in a couple of pieces of art from Upright. She's the one flying through the air with the two swords in hand. Oh, I bet it's her. And it would make sense. What if it's an Assassin going after Soul, and that's why we have Prism in the next set too?
No.
A new Prism and then an Assassin, and she's that platinum, so she'd totally blend in freaking Soul. Oh, what if that's it? I love this idea. I love this idea. Hard no. Now all you need is another Rune Blade.
No. All right, we don't.
You're gonna get the summoner rune blade that we've been looking at.
That's no, not a summoner. No.
Yes, it's coming. It's coming. Oh man, this set is so hype. I love this set. It's a very setup set in my mind,
Sure.
but I feel like supplementals are right. They always
Absolutely.
just like add to the previous characters and kind of hint at what's coming. Right. I don't think I noticed that before now, but it definitely feels like it now. Um, but yeah, I like that combo. Assassin. Let's see. Does that draft well? Assassin,
I don't think it drafts well.
illusionist, probably light illusionist, right? And then what did I say was the third one?
You didn't.
Oh, I thought I did. I thought there was something else I was thinking. Oh well, I lost it. Oh yeah, I did. Rune blade. I did say.
Oh no.
Damn it, Connie. Yeah,
See,
you just blanked it out.
No, you just.
you were traumatized.
I was just hoping we would move on.
Rune blade. Yeah, the summoner rune blade. The cards definitely hint at it.
No.
The book tool, the book weapon. It does.
It's all right.
No, it's not particularly good, but there's several pieces of a tiara. What do you think? Viscerai's wearing a tiara?
Yeah. Checks out.
There's a picture of a female rune blade in one of the cards with blood dripping off her hands, and she looks like she summons demons for fun.
How do we know it's not Viscerai?
Because we have the pre-transformation pictures of Viscerai. We know what he looks like.
But.
You're like, but.
We could just not have that hero exist.
You just don't want summoning rune blade. I love that idea.
No,
Anyways,
I want my
new
necromancer.
archetypes.
I want my necromancer.
Oh, that's not happening. They're not doing a new class for a while, I would imagine. And I doubt they'd do it in a draft set. It'd be too weak.
I don't know.
Unless you had a draft set where you basically want generics to be dominant, which, okay. If they did that, okay, I'm not against that.
Or they just do what they did in Uprising and have the talent system where you just have talent cards.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. I think we're going to see the standard format for draft going forward because that formula works really well.
I don't know. I'm already very much. I've been done drafting Uprising for a while.
Of course, but did we not literally predict this as when we would be done with Uprising? We definitely did when it came out. Yes, we did.
No. Yes, that is what we predicted. But
it's exactly when we said we'd be bored with it, and then we'd be excited about this, but then we wouldn't have anything to draft, and it would suck.
Well, sure, but I'm still bored of draft. I've been bored of drafting for over a month and a half.
So what? You only drafted it for a month? 2 months? I don't know exactly how long it's been. When was it?
I only drafted it like 5 or 6 times, and then I drafted it more than that, but after like 5 or 6, I was like, eh.
Yeah, I wasn't super thrilled with it, honestly. But I think that's because I've done drafting a lot. I don't know.
I think it's because of Fi.
Does Fi make it no fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's no good.
You never got like social thing.
Yeah.
Because if you're I think I'd have more fun if I was drafting with random people, drafting with the same people at the shop, knowing which they lean towards and that kind of stuff.
Maybe people at the shop should get good and get outside their comfort zone.
No, but that's
Tommy.
The thing. That's the
play
thing.
Icelander.
No, that's the thing. I did.
Yeah.
I did. I got
did
so
you master
bored. No.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't work. It doesn't work because if I draft Icelander at the shop, then there's too many Icelanders and then we all stink.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? So that it's locked in because of the number of players and what people play.
No,
so it's locked in a nice balance of drafting, so everyone drafts something decent.
But then
that's terrible.
No. But then 1 or 2 people always are like, you know what, I'm going to switch it up this week, and then it's a whole thing. It's fun.
That's ridiculous. That sounds like a shop problem, not the set problem.
And I figured out my answer by going to Third Thursday's painting classes on draft night.
Fair enough.
So I'm good. I'm fine. But
so what else within the card releases are you excited about?
The Marvel Command and Conquer.
Heck yeah.
It's super cool. It's such a good idea.
So let's lay it out. Because we had this conversation the other day. I want to lay out all the points. We had some interesting points, and I thought we should revisit them. First of all, it's a Marvel that everyone can use, or not a Marvel. I'm sorry, a Fable that everyone can use, which I think is pretty cool, considering the other ones were class locked and difficult. Often unplayable. Or talent lock, class lock. There's several,
Hero
whatever.
locked.
Yeah, hero locked, etc. Whatever. Point being, locked. Not everyone can do it. Second, I love the art take on this, frankly, which I liked the fables, but aside from the library, I feel like this is the best looking one. You know what I mean? I love the library.
I like Corsham.
Do you? I think Corsham's a good piece of art. I don't know if I think the card, the way they structure the border and everything. No, I mean, yes, the art's fantastic. Like the art on the mat, love it, right? But the art in the card, like as far as it goes, a card that looks good to play it, Corsham, and it's not really playable either. So it probably will be in PvP or PvE, but it's not really super playable. I've seen a few attempts at using it, so you don't see it as much. But anyways, the library I find the most gorgeous, and I find this to be the second. This is fantastic take on this. Conceptually, artistically, in my mind, I like it. It doesn't solve the reprint issue.
No, but
which is uniquely interesting.
Do you think the reprint issue is actually needed?
$76 last I checked. It might even be higher now that we know we aren't getting the reprint in generic. But so
is that
for people that want to have access to play CNC? Oh, it's 68. Okay, it's come down.
Yeah,
I think that's probably still a bit high, right? Because you need 3 of them at least.
How much is the white border going for?
Probably more. They usually are. Same price, 65, 68.
But that's going to keep coming out.
That's fair. That's fair. So you're not wrong on that. But it was relatively rare in there too, if you recall. So it's not like it's being pushed out in large enough quantities to get it to come down quickly.
Sure, but what I'm saying is we don't have it all in the market yet.
That's fair, actually. That's a really good take, because that means it's a slow decline in value over a longer period of time. All right, I back that. I like that. So this doesn't solve the market, but we have a solution in the market for that.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I don't think it's needed.
This, on the other hand,
sure, yeah, like I wouldn't be against.
I just thought it was a given. I thought it was a given because you want to have the Emperor, playable, but it's easily affordable. I know it's not draft, but you just want them to be easily playable. No one that gets the Emperor can play them without spending $150 on 3 CNCs, man.
Do you want him to be that playable though?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I want to see him out there. I want to see what he does. I'm sure he's going to have all sorts of broken things about him. It's going to be exciting.
I don't know, but I mean, he's going to be fancy. He's going to have the Marvel and stuff. Yeah.
So this is what I like. It's a bling. It's an Emperor deck. It's a deck made of gold. It really is. It really is. So that all right, way to hit the flavor there, LSS. I'll give you that. And with these ones,
Emperor, it's expensive.
Exactly. With these ones, you're going to have 3 fables in your deck.
3 fables?
Yeah, why not? With the new CNC, the bling version of it.
2 of those.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 fables in the blitz deck. I'm talking about in your regular deck.
But then you can also run the cold foil.
I forgot he's only young, isn't he? That's so lame.
You could do. You could do cold foil Blood of Drakai. That'll be good in the deck.
Actually, yeah, I would. Yeah, so you would have 3 fables in it. No, 4 fables in it then. No, because that one you can only have 1, right?
Right.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, so 3 fables in it.
Yeah.
All blinged out, and then people will have to do their entire deck in foil.
You should just get them. You should just do it all in like snap cases, or like get them all graded. Get your
whole thing in graded. Yeah, right. Yeah, but yeah, I think. Did
you see someone did that for the Rudy deck? Someone made a Rudy deck.
That's the only way you can. It's literally what it says on the card.
I know. That's what I'm saying. When I saw it, I was like, "What? Why?"
Because they wanted to complete the meme. Yeah. Apparently, he's going to release new cold foil equipment that's made only for him.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
People don't realize there's 4 merchants, right? Or is it 4 or 3? Is it? Because people don't realize that Rudy is technically a merchant in LSS, is World and Game.
Yeah.
Wait, how many merchants do we have? We only have 2.
Guinness, Cavdine.
Yeah. Oh, Cavdine, that's right. And that's it. Right?
Yeah.
God, how do I not know the merchants? I don't really pay attention. I know we have
you
fans.
Knew Rudy was a merchant.
Yeah, I did. But I was just like, whatever the number people know, it's one more because people forget that he is actually technically part of the game. But you can't play it. It's like completely unplayable.
Yeah, that is one box. That is one case that I normally ordered that I skipped this time.
The Rudy case.
Yeah, because
I didn't get it either. Yeah, no playmat. I'm shocked about that.
And I get to open up at SGCCon next weekend and get that assassin mat, so I'm quite all right.
Yeah, I get the assassin mat. It will be delivered to my house at some point. I was too slow. I got the second wave, so I can't pick it up at the con.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, which is fine. I don't need to pick it up there, and I wasn't gonna open it there anyways because I don't want a bunch of loose cards that I have to get in my car and drive home with.
You just put it back in the case.
I am not a fan of that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
It's just gonna be your bulk. You're gonna sleeve your.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I've opened boxes at places before, and I end up giving away most of them because I don't want to deal with transporting all the loose cards back.
You have
that's what happened at Pro Tour. You remember?
No.
We opened up a box of WTR, and all of it went on the donation table because I had all of it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that obviously with a new set, but I also don't like transporting around stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say that's very different. That was a WTR thing that we did for fun.
It was unlimited WTR. It was no big deal at all, but it was fun to open with a group.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't know, that's why I got the case. I wanted to open it with a group. Either we do it at the con or somewhere else.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
But yeah.
All right. CNC, last note. Take your bets. I think I know what my bet is. It's going to cost more than a normal Fable because it's playable.
Yeah.
People want to bling out their decks with it. It's going to be in high demand. So as much as a CNC is over an average card, I think this Fable will be over an average Marvel or average Fable.
Will this drop the price of regular CNC?
No, not at all. There's not going to be enough of them.
Will people sell their regular CNCs after they get their playset of these, though?
No, definitely not, because I hate moving my CNCs around, so it'd be nice to have a second set.
Fair.
In fact, I think I already have a second set.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, this would be my third set. I don't know that I'd actually play with these.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think I would keep these.
I would probably just get one for the shelf. I'll be honest. That's what I do with the Fable. I've done it with every Fable, so that's what I do.
That's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah.
So that does lead into the market and how some of these cards are going to affect the market and what's happening in the markets. I think we've been pretty clear that we think 2.0 is a pretty solid success.
Mm-hmm.
Prices are holding at map. That's kind of what it does, right? By default. Doesn't feel like it's overprinted based on single prices holding up because the Marvels are holding up and all that stuff.
And emotion's important.
What?
Emotion is important.
What does that mean?
In the market.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seeing the strength is
yes.
Positive.
And on top of that, you throw in what was in the last market update, which clearly many of you watched. This was a very popular one. The first edition cases are going away, so a lot of the old stuff is starting to vanish. I think new collectors are joining us from running away from Magic a little bit or something. And so some of the older collectible stuff. So I would expect over time, you're going to see continued upward pressure on general collectible stuff within Flesh and Blood. I think 2.0 resolved people's nerves and things went back to a more balanced approach of collectors and players.
It's a much better structure.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, and it seems like it works for both. Not interfere. You don't get cards that are unobtainable unless they're purely art modifications or things like that. So, which is good. Yeah, I cannot wait to see Dynasty. I'm actually curious about the box structure. You know how they had the legendaries in both Rainbow Foil and Cold Foil. How are they doing that with this supplemental set? Is it the same thing?
I'd assume so.
I would too, but I don't know. And I heard there's 2 foil slots and 2 ninja slots in the pack.
What? 2 ninja slots?
Or not ninja. That would be funny. No, assassin. Sorry.
How can you call favoritism without?
Yeah, I was gonna say they're really trying to let you know it's the age of the ninja. No.
2 assassin slots?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know if that's true, but it seems that one case is enough to get all of your assassin cards if that's what you're really going for.
Interesting.
That's yeah, not like everything. Like you'll still buy Majestics and stuff or whatever, but like you'll have your play set or most of it. Like you're not going to be fretting if you get a case, is what I've read. Now I don't know how true that is, but people have opened cases now, so I assume the word is kind of getting around as to what exactly it looks like.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm excited. I cannot wait. Other market news, not much. Same old, same old. Talk about in the market update. Was there anything you wanted to talk about in regards to the market? You're changing your buying patterns. Obviously, you're buying less Dynasty. Anything else you're buying?
So it's part of that process of getting everything organized. And once I have everything organized, going through and seeing what I'm missing. I did one big order last month to fill in WTR, Arc, the first 4 sets, Arc, Crew, and Monarch. So I am all full there except for 2 Fables, the Heart, the Fandel, and the Arcanite Shard are the only 2 cards I am missing. Oh, and the Carrion Husk from Monarch. Everything else in those 4 sets I have. So probably going to be picking those up soon. I don't know. I haven't felt rushed on those.
No.
And when I looked at the Heart, it was spiking. So I was like, yeah.
I'm
gonna wait. But it's since come back down.
Oh, okay. I wonder what happened there.
A lot of Guardians were running it.
Interesting.
And I think some Oldhams are running it, and Icelanders running it.
Yeah, that's the good thing about a player-driven market. Things do adjust based on popularity and stuff for card prices.
For a long time, it was not popular. It was just the Fable, so it was like $150, and then it shot up to like $250.
Gotcha.
When I was looking at it, I was like, nah, I can't wait. So, but it does. I did pull up the Dynasty preview sheet here, and the rarity distribution is 1 cold foil per display. Still. Rainbow pack, 1 rainbow per pack. Rare higher, 2 per pack. 1 rare plus 1 rare or majestic. Then 7 common. So it is the typical 10. But it's not saying anything.
Yeah, you don't know class distribution. Mm-hmm. So I that's what I heard. I don't know. It's rumor. Take it as rumor. It is not a given. It does because it's a new class, right? You want that pool in people's hands.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So, but we'll see. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to be trying to complete my playset. So, and then
I do have exciting news that I didn't realize until recently. Regarding buying of things. I do not have the most expensive dragon anymore. Someone bought one higher than me.
Oh, snap.
Like a month later, I was looking through old data, and it was like a month after I did mine, someone bought one for more. It was only a few dollars more, so I have the second highest by a margin. It'll go back up eventually. I don't care. Like, they're still sitting in the 150, 160 range, so I'm happy with that. And like I said, for the art purpose, I still look at them every day, so I'm pleased.
Yeah.
Anything else on what you're buying?
I mean, again, just going through, trying to find a playset, and then probably the mech. Once I open my 2 cases of Dynasty, then seeing what mech cards I'm missing, what assassin cards I'm missing.
And so you're gonna build an assassin?
I think
that's the plan.
I'm gonna try it. But I think mech might be where I end up competitively.
Yeah, I am willing to bet in like a month post-release, you're back to boost dash with just the new gun.
Yeah.
Maybe one little piece of nice sideboard tech or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, because
then sideboard to go control for the other.
What's that?
Sideboard to go control. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be very similar to what you're looking at today.
Yeah.
Because they introduced a new archetype. They did not flesh out the new archetype, right? Like,
I think there's going to be a lot more cards in it than you think. It's still going to be boost, but there's some good boost cards in.
Oh, were they? I might have missed those. I might have missed those. And they were like in the commons or whatever. I didn't
like the commons, the rares, the majestics. Like
I was only paying attention to the heat at the top. I actually did not pay super close attention. I don't know what crankshaft or jumpstart does.
Like they're gonna, it's gonna be very similar in what it does and how it plays.
But it has some extra spice.
Yeah.
Nice. I was just so overwhelmed by the freaking mech that I didn't really pay attention to the normal cards.
There's some heat in there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not just the mech.
But you're not building a mech deck, is what I'm saying.
I am first. That's gonna be the goal.
Just to try it. Okay. Yeah. I think it won't hold up. I just don't think it's there. Yeah. I think it's gonna be too hard to pull off in the beginning.
And then you lose all your equipment and yeah.
Yep. That's why I'm like, I don't see it yet. I see that they're building towards a new archetype, which is awesome, but I don't see the answer here yet. It's just not there.
Being able to pull that thing out and then just
drop it's going to be awesome when you can.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways. So for me, stuff to buy. I'm going to be buying all of my cold foils for Uprising soon. I've picked up the hat, because it has just been going up week over week, and then so it's hit its bottom, and then I'll be picking up like the little cold foils coming up. I think we might not be at the bottom for all those because they're still going down, but I don't really care at this point. I'm just going to get them so I don't forget about them.
Which ones?
And follow through with what I said. The cold foil like equipment.
Oh yeah.
From Uprising. Blood of Drakai cold foil I'll probably get. I think that's still going down too, actually. Let's see. It's kind of flat, so I'll probably just get it. I said I'd get it in the first week of release, so that's kind of my plan.
Yeah.
So just do that. Yeah, and I feel pretty good about that. I think this plan might work going forward. Nice. To just buy the cold foil collectible pieces at the boredom stage of the old set when the new set's getting max hype, and maybe a month out. Like I'll watch it after this to see if it goes down further. Maybe like it's a month after the release. Adjust for the next one. But
and there might just be more on the market because people are selling it for Dynasty.
That's what causes the big push.
Because you have to think about it. If it's a player-driven market and people are switching off of heroes,
they're like, I want to try this for next season. I'm going to dump all this stuff because I don't need it anymore and I don't care and blah, blah, blah. Yep, that's exactly right. That's what happens. That was the theory, generally speaking, and that's where we've ended up. And I think it's the optimal way to purchase the collectibles. I'm not 100% sure, but feel pretty good about it. So I think I did okay. And I didn't even pay that much more. I mean, the one dragon was like $100 more than I should have paid, but so that was probably too much. But everything else, like I didn't pay that much more for.
Yeah.
The Marvels and stuff that I did get for the shelf. I think even Icelander held up. I think I paid like near like 85 or 90 for Icelander Marvel. Where's she at these days?
I don't know. That's one I skipped on.
Because she's 140. Yeah, she's gone up. Nice. So that one worked out. Yeah, but everything else is pretty much where I bought it. Not much below.
She's pretty popular right now. I'm gonna wait.
Of course,
I'm gonna wait for.
I'll bet you'll get it for like $10 or whatever. Like what was it, Starvo? I bought ridiculous early, and then you just look at the thing. It's like, and then and it was like 50.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay, it was 70. A little higher than that. Okay.
No, it was 50. It was
50. It was. I thought it was really low. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. But again, I like it for the art. The Icelander I bought because I love Icelander and was playing Icelander.
Oh yeah, right.
That's also for the shelf too.
Right.
But yeah. There's ways to get maximum value. I haven't gotten the extended arts. They're super cheap now. They're $5.40, things like that. So it's a good time to look back at Uprising and start that. Probably talk more about that during our box openings and the market update. Yeah. So moving on. What's happening right this very minute, Tommy? Are you watching it? Are you watching it live on the second screen?
I am, actually.
I could kind of tell you were distracted.
Well, yeah, it's hard watching without noise and doing a podcast at the same time. But we're watching
sure.
Worlds. Worlds is going on right now.
Right we're like, second.
Maybe we should wait for it to end. And it's like, nah.
It's the problem. We didn't want to wait. Yeah. It's fine. Very exciting, though. I think the meta is pretty good. I know some people don't like kind of the underpinnings of the meta, but I'm a fan. I like the fact that there's a fair split between them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got 2 Fi, 2 Briar, Dromai, Icelander, Oldhim. So you could say 2 Ice, 2 Fi, 2 Briar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a random Dromai player in there, which I find fascinating. And I'm very excited that someone got to the top 8 with Dromai. Because I wasn't sure it's possible. It also means she's like pilot, like hard to pilot good. You know what I mean?
Sure,
which
absolutely.
I feel is very appropriate in Illusionist, and I like that. Kind of like Wizard. It's like you're not quite bending the entire universe around your will. You're just bending people's minds around your will. So it's a little bit lighter. Wizard light. But yeah, it's pretty epic. What do you have to say about Worlds?
I'm super happy. I mean, I heard the only negative thing I've heard is that like the Worlds mats like disappeared and people were guaranteed one, I guess. But I don't know.
Oh, you mean what happened? Like, did they not show up or something?
No, I guess like there were rumors that like someone came and bought 50 and like they were selling way too many to instead of just like one per person.
Oh no!
Out, like before most people even got there.
Oh no! That's a real shame. That's sad. I didn't hear that. Interesting. That's terrible. I hope that. Yeah, I don't know how you deal with that.
Maybe it got resolved. Maybe there were more that just weren't out yet. I don't know.
Okay.
But
well, I hope that's resolved because whoever did that is definitely kind of rude. That's
scummy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. It feels bad. No one wants that.
But there's a ton of great things that happened.
Yeah.
Like the professor. We got the professor.
The professor's official. Official sponsored promoter or whatever they call a content creator of LSS, which is I'm excited for. He was, I think, my first YouTube personality to follow on Magic way back when we were playing Arena.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been a fan of him as long as I've been a fan of anyone on YouTube, really, except for my one crypto dude that I watched on YouTube before that. But he was literally the only person I watched on YouTube. So,
right.
So yeah, very excited to see him make the jump. His video, I think, was instrumental. A lot of people say it was instrumental in the timing or the rise of this new wave. I think it was honestly several things hitting simultaneously, but he has a big audience and he spoke to it, and I think people heard, and now we're seeing the activity come from that as a result, and I love it. So it couldn't be anyone better in my mind, put it that way.
Sure. I mean, if I want
spokesperson for LSS,
yeah, if there was one person that I would want to represent the game on like in this way, it would be him.
Yeah. And he's pretty, like, I trust him. You know, with sponsorships, you got to be like, oh no, they're gonna be feeding us ads constantly.
Right.
I trust Tolarian College Professor, because he has had various relationships at different points with game companies. I think he was even had relationships with WotC at one point, and he doesn't pull his punches. I think he doesn't have that relationship anymore because he didn't pull his punches. But he'll say if something's wrong. Like he'll say. So he's a very trustworthy voice in my mind. So we'll see how that plays out. But I believe in it.
I mean, he's the reason I'm going Dash. So
why is he the reason you're going Dash?
That's what he brought to Worlds. He brought a Dash deck.
So that's why you decided you want to do Dash, just because he brought that?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I had no idea. I didn't know why you decided to do Dash.
Well, no, I had started playing Dash before that, and then I heard that that's what he was doing. And
so
then,
you just doubled down?
Yeah, and then I found out that the reason was because that mech card, the Mechanoid, it was his pre-release card.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's cool. That's a hint you got to watch for in the future.
Yeah. And I was like, they're not going to give him some, like, okay card.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. What else? What else is exciting about Worlds? Are we going to see a Briar LL?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good.
You think so?
You
think so? I don't know where we are right now as far as the who's winning, who's losing. Who just lost there? Did the Briar win? I think the Briar won, didn't it?
You guilted me into stop watching it.
Well, I think the Briar just won, but I might be gone. or it might be wrong on that, and it will be determined soon. We'll find out. If a Briar takes the weekend, though, then she is gone. Living Legend mode becomes activated, question mark, based on previous conversations from James White. He has said specifically that when there's, 4, they will make it official. I don't know what that means, though, so there may not be much to it being official. If you recall Blitz when it was going,
I think it's just a format.
Yeah, it was very hands off in the beginning, right? So I imagine we'll see probably a good year of hands off on LL. It might be like recognized, but not actually anything done about it,
Right.
Which is fine. Yeah. Let it be the Wild West of Starvo crushing everyone's face. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
There was.
Well, I mean, it will be LL. Like that's the question. Are they going to ban things or errata things in LL to make it more playable? Because otherwise, it's just Starvo crushing everyone's face for a while until we get enough power creep to beat him.
Prism can hold her own against Starvo.
Yeah, and with the new tech that came out, because now she has access to all these new cards, right? So is it Prisms? That's the question mark. What is it?
Guardian got the defensive stuff, but Starvo's not going to play that.
No, he's not. I was kind of thinking about that. I was like, was this thoughtful engineering of this product with the mindset that Living Legend comes out soon?
And that's why they're that's why they're making the statue of Prism, because Prism is going to be the queen of Living Legends.
Nice transition into that topic. Mm-hmm. So they're making a statue.
There's only going to be 100 of them.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You're never going to get that.
1/6 scale, I think.
1/7, but yeah, it was pretty nice looking. But there's only going to be 100. How are they going to give those out? Like, what's that mean?
I don't know.
Are they going to have Living Legend tournaments with her as the trophy?
That would be cool.
I don't know that I would play that shit. That seems too intense for me. Thank you. I do not want to figure out how to do Starvo interactions.
It's so much fun.
I hate Starvo.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was fun. I hated it, but it was fun because you definitely didn't like it at some point.
I didn't. No, I don't like the mirror. I liked every other game.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because there's just a high roll for the mirror, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of mirrors in the first Living Legend format. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I'm not super into it. I don't really care. I know some people will be totally into it, which is great, and I think it should thrive and be an awesome format. I just, everyone picks their things they like to spend time on. That's not one for me.
No. Until it gets bigger, I don't know. I'll eventually get into it, I'm sure. The Briar one.
Yeah, I thought so based on the screen layout. So we have a Briar moving on. There's this next tier coming up, and then the finals. Yeah. So we're quite a ways away.
We're guaranteed a 5 because there's a 5 mirror. And then there's Dromai versus Briar, which I think Briar takes that one.
So then 2, it'll be
Briar versus 5.
Yeah. Oh, is it going to be Briar in the final? I don't know. How does Briar do against Icelander? And remember, that's Michael Hamilton playing Icelander.
So I'm gonna say not great. I'm gonna say not great.
So Icelander versus who then? Yeah, interesting. Anyways, we are not here to do commentary on Worlds. What else is there on the podcast? What happens next?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's check our notes.
No, I mean, what happens after Worlds? That's our notes. That's our next topic.
Well, we talked a little bit about the professor and the statues, and one other piece of info that I learned from the Fluke interview with James White. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch it. Is that James White is actively trying to move the direction to being 3 draft sets a year opposed to just the 2.
Love it.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. That is definitely the biggest complaint right now is that draft gets boring too quick.
Yep.
And so 3 sets would help solve that. I love that they're on top of stuff. I have to give them credit because there's been times when there haven't been, and I'm pretty sure we've called them out for it. Some of the marketing stuff, some of the informational stuff on events. Changing. That is changing. They have improved by 100% in my mind. There's a lot more receptivity to things that people are worried about, concerned about, because that draft thing has been a comment for a while since they announced the structure.
Yeah.
So they're moving to change that, which is great. Yeah, it's good. I like the way the company's going, I have to say.
I mean, I could see it being 5 sets a year. There being 3 draft and then a supplemental in between.
Yep. Yeah. What else is after Worlds, Tommy?
ProQuest?
Is there another ProQuest already?
That's how this works.
When does that start?
That's how this works.
Oh no!
I think they announced it, but I forget.
I thought that was like in spring. I thought we had a few months to take a breath. Is it really that soon?
John, it doesn't stop.
I know it doesn't stop, but I thought there was like because we have the Battle Hardens and we have the other stuff like SCG Con, right? I thought there was a break of like these bigger event stuff. I guess ProQuest isn't really that big of an event, but still. I thought it was spring. I could be wrong. We'll find out. You don't know, Tommy?
I'll know in just a second.
Oh, you know where to find it?
Yeah. January 21st.
God damn it. That's too soon. Oh, man. I was hoping it was like February or March. Sheesh.
Oh, no, John.
I thought we had another like SCG Con in between that was going to give us a break.
Sure. There might be.
No, there isn't. SCG Con is November something, and then we have I guess December's technically off, and then January 1st
weekend.
Yeah, I know. So we get a month and a half between events. That's the holiday break for Fab players. Sorry, guys.
There's Battle Hard in Hong Kong.
Oh, there is. Oh, where is that? Or when is that? Rather,
it's in Hong Kong.
I got that. I said the wrong thing.
November 25th to 27th.
So it's the end of
the month.
End of the month. Okay. So just December off then for people that are like trying to hit everything or do all the crazy stuff. I don't think SCG Con, I don't think Battle Hardens are going to pull people in like any of these other events, obviously, but
no.
Yeah. Okay. Post Worlds. What else? Anything else happening besides starting up again? ProQuest.
I think we touched on all the other things.
Okay. Well, we're really good like that.
I know.
We spoil our own content.
I know. It's hard. It's hard holding.
It's hard. Well, if you're still listening to us, we applaud you. We appreciate you. We're glad that you're here. What are we doing on the rest of this podcast content overview section? What are we
can talk about the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Murphy and I later today are going to be working on a video going over having a discussion about TCG players selling comic books.
Nice.
What that means for the industry, can it do it? Will it do it?
How's it looking? What do you think? Give a preview of what you're going to talk about. What do you think?
It's
good, bad, or otherwise?
It's a fine start.
That's your basic overview.
I mean, it's fine.
It's rough. I don't know anything about comics. I know.
So like I go and
it's rough.
I go and visit it. There's this little band that's like, check out comic books.
Yeah.
But once that's gone, like, how do I get there?
Oh, it's right at the top next to Flesh and Blood.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I go there. It's just, the filters aren't quite there yet.
And like, so I'm getting
just like any other new category. It takes a while.
So I'm getting hit with ads for it, like YouTube videos. I am getting commercials for it, like YouTube ads for TCG player comic books, which is good.
I told you, eBay has that money.
However,
they have the money to launch something.
The ads are like they went to like Canva or something and just got a default video and edited some text and slapped some background music and like
it's that bad.
It's like do. It's elevator music while they're like, terrible. We now sell comic books. Come check it out.
Oh my god, that's sad. That's unfortunate.
And using the same images, it's I don't know.
That's a misstep. Ooh, they got Preacher on here. Look at that. They do have some interesting stuff.
Sure.
It's just the pricing's all wonked.
Yeah, it's just I think it doesn't have a good way to browse. And it's also very limited in that it's only Marvel and DC. Which they did say that they are bringing other stuff in. And I guess you can search by series.
I didn't know DC did Preacher, jeez.
Yeah. Well, Vertigo did Preacher, and
I was about to say, I thought that was an indie at the time.
Vertigo was owned by DC
at the time.
Always, it was like a sub.
Really, I did not know that. Oh, okay.
And then it ended Vertigo.
Oh,
and then just wrapped everything into DC.
I had no idea. Yeah. See, that's the stuff I don't know, and I might learn if I listen to Tommy's Top Shelf podcast or whatever it's called. Tommy's Top Shelf Comics. There you go, comics.
Yeah. These are the things that you would learn and know.
That's right. So listen to this, the comic overview.
We talk about our top 5 comics every week. And then when we have time, we do other stuff.
Yeah, like we're going to get some games in. We've only said it 4,000 times and done it once. We did get at least,
to be fair, I've been hit with a lot of life stuff recently. Sick, and
We'll get there. I'm not worried about it. It's coming. The changes are in process. Yeah. We did warn people. It's fine. We have the multi-channel. That's step 1.
Yeah.
We will have this in better order and churning out information and content for you on the regular. Absolutely. I think we do all right. I don't feel bad about where we are.
No, I don't either. No, but I'm just what I meant by that is I am excited to be able to have more time to make content.
Heck yeah. We'll play games all the time.
Play games, read comic books, talk about comic books, paint things, play mini games.
So we'll have the 2 market updates is the only thing I'm doing this week.
Slacker.
Right? Is that really it? When does Dynasty? When do I get those in my grubby hands to open?
Next weekend.
That's the earliest you can get it? Are you sure?
Friday.
Because Team Covenant got it to me on release day.
That Friday's release day.
So if that happens, if I might be able to put out some of the box openings, and we'll have to talk about how we want to do that.
On Friday.
Yeah, either it might be. There's no guarantee we can do it on Friday because I'm not sure I'll have them, right?
Right. So if we have them, we'll do a thing.
Yeah, Friday. We might have some this week. Yeah, this week or next week, we'll have some box openings happening. That's for sure. Yeah. That is for sure. Cool. Exciting.
Yeah. And then...
All right. Anything else?
Not that I can think of. But, I mean, that'll be 2 weeks out.
What's that?
Openings.
It will either be this Friday. Isn't it? I could open it Friday. I want to do something on release day if I can.
Well, then, yeah, we should definitely do that.
if we have the boxes, why not?
Sure. Yeah. I'm not going to wait.
Yeah, no.
The second I get these boxes, John, they are being open.
Well, and you better have your damn camera on so that you get the Fable being pulled.
I don't know. I'm only opening 2 cases this time.
I don't care. Your luck is still your luck.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep. All right. Anything else?
That does it for me. Yep.
All right.
So until next week, we will catch you guys later.
Have a good one.